In this section, we will learn how to select a suitable site and materials for building an Iron Age roundhouse. A roundhouse is a simple one-roomed home with a pointed roof and circular walls that was common in Britain during the Iron Age. The first step is to find a good location for your roundhouse. You want to choose a place that is close to water, wood, and fertile land, but also offers some protection from enemies and harsh weather. Some Iron Age communities would live in groups of roundhouses on top of hill forts, surrounded by ditches and ramparts. Others would build their roundhouses near rivers, lakes, or marshes, where they could fish and hunt. The next step is to gather the materials you need for your roundhouse. You will need wooden posts, beams, and rafters for the frame, wattle panels for the walls, and thatch for the roof. You will also need clay, straw, and dung for the daub, which is a mixture that covers the wattle panels and makes them more durable and insulated. To make the wooden frame, you will need to cut down some trees from the nearby forest. You will need to choose trees that are straight and strong, such as oak, ash, or hazel. You will also need to use some tools, such as axes, saws, and chisels, to shape the wood into the right size and form. You will need to dig holes in the ground to insert the posts, which will support the roof. You will also need to join the beams and rafters with pegs or ropes. To make the wattle panels, you will need to weave thin branches or twigs together into a lattice. You can use flexible materials such as willow or hazel for this purpose. You will need to attach the wattle panels to the wooden frame with nails or ropes. You will also need to apply daub over the wattle panels to fill in the gaps and create a smooth surface. Daub is made by mixing clay, straw, and dung together with water until it forms a sticky paste. To make the thatch roof, you will need to collect bundles of reeds or straw from the nearby fields or marshes. You will need to tie them together with ropes or twigs and lay them over the wooden rafters in overlapping layers. You will also need to secure them with pegs or ropes to prevent them from blowing away. By following these steps, you will be able to build your own Iron Age roundhouse from scratch. You can decorate it with animal skins, pottery, baskets, and other items that reflect your culture and lifestyle. You can also add a hearth in the center of your roundhouse for cooking and heating. Your roundhouse will be a cozy and comfortable home for you and your family. Now that we have built our roundhouse from scratch, it's time to furnish and decorate the interior with authentic items and features. How did the Iron Age people live inside their roundhouses? What did they use for furniture, lighting, heating, and cooking? Let's find out. The first thing we need is a hearth. This is where the fire would be lit for warmth, light, and cooking. The hearth would be made of stones or clay and placed in the center of the roundhouse. The smoke would escape through a hole in the roof. The fire would also create a draft that would help to keep the thatch dry and prevent it from rotting. The hearth would be surrounded by a ring of stones or clay to prevent the fire from spreading. Next, we need some furniture. The Iron Age people did not have chairs or tables like we do today. Instead, they used wooden benches or stools that could be moved around the hearth. They also used wooden chests or baskets to store their belongings and food. Some roundhouses had platforms or lofts along the walls that could be used for sleeping or storage. The beds would be made of straw or animal skins and covered with blankets or cloaks. The Iron Age people also used various items for cooking and eating. They had pots and pans made of clay or bronze that could be hung over the fire or placed on a tripod. They also had wooden bowls, spoons, and knives for serving and eating. They did not have forks or plates like we do today. They ate mostly bread, porridge, cheese, meat, fish, and vegetables that they grew or hunted. To decorate the interior of the roundhouse, the Iron Age people used natural materials such as animal skins, feathers, shells, beads, and bones. They also used colorful fabrics and dyes made from plants and minerals. They made patterns and designs on their walls, floors, and ceilings using paint or charcoal. They also carved symbols and images on their wooden posts and beams. The Iron Age people also had some personal items such as combs, mirrors, jewelry, and weapons. They made these items from materials such as bone, wood, metal, glass, and amber. They also traded with other people for exotic items such as coins, pottery, and spices. As you can see, the interior of the roundhouse was not only functional, but also cozy and beautiful. The Iron Age people lived in harmony with nature and used their skills and creativity to make their homes comfortable and attractive.